In this video, I'm starting over with nothing on a brand new account and seeing if I could beat FC Mobile in 500 hours or less with $0 spent. To do so, I have to reach FC Champion 3 in head-to-head, but because I can't spend any money, this challenge is going to be very difficult. Hopefully we could do it, but with that being said, let's get into it. Alright, so here we are on the brand new account, and as usual, I'm gonna have to do the full account setup before we get into anything else. But before we get into that, I just want to show you it's currently 1:13 p.m. on Monday, April 7th, which means the challenge will end at 9:13 a.m. on Monday, April 28th. Hopefully we could complete this challenge, but with that being said, I'm going to get into the account setup. Okay, so the account setup is now done. I chose Real Madrid as my starting team, Trent Alexander-Arnold as my star player, and I opened my welcome pack. So we have a handful of new players to the club. This is our current squad, the first squad we were given. And now when I auto build, this is going to be our new team. The only change I'm going to make is Mbappe there for Vlahovic. We're now at an 89 rated, which is actually a decent start. I also got Lampard here from the clean sheet streak. So now that we have a beginner decent squad, I can now go into the different events and claim as many rewards as possible, which is exactly what I'm going to do today. I'm going to get into the Icons Chronicle event, the Pitch Beats event, La Liga event, even the Football Center event. And then once I've built a decent enough team, I'm then going to head into head-to-head matches and try to make a ton of progress today. So the first thing to do is to build a better team, and there are a handful of great players we could get from these current live events to add to the team right away. So first off, we're going to get a 100 rated Pitch Beats Bellingham. This card is actually insane, so the fact that we could add him to the team already is amazing. We can also claim 97 rated Murphy here from the Football Center event. He's actually a great card, so that's another great addition to the team. And finally, we have a For the Club pack to claim here. We used to have a lot, but now we only have one player, but we at least got a 96 rated center mid. So those were three great additions to the club. We're also going to get another star player here. I'm going to skip it. Hopefully we could get Heung-min Son, someone like that. We actually got Foden, who's probably the worst out of all the star players, but that's okay. So let's now put Bellingham into the team in replacement of his other card. We have Murphy there at right wing. Redondo is going to be our new center attacking mid. And now that we have our first starter team, the only thing left to do before getting into our first grind is claim our first reward here from the league section. I just created a league to help complete a quest. We're now guaranteed a 101 to 107 neon or code neon player. So who do we get? That could be promising striker. It's going to be, okay, I can't even remember this guy's name. I think he's 102. Not even. 101 rated Hansen. We did not get lucky there. But he does have a 5-star weak foot and decent stats, so he will likely be our striker for quite some time. Let's add him to the team. There you go, 93 rated. And now that I have a starting team, I'm going to play through all the events, get as many rewards as possible, and as I said, play some head-to-head matches. These early days of the grind can be a bit boring, so I'm not going to show you all of it. I'm going to do all this tonight, and then I'll update you tomorrow on the progress we made. So with that being said, I will see you tomorrow for another update. Alright, I am back and it is now 1:46 p.m. on Tuesday, and yesterday I made a lot of progress with upgrading my team. Unfortunately, I barely did anything with head-to-head. I only played one match, did get the win, but as you can see, the formation has changed and the amount of good players in the team has increased, and we've made a lot of upgrades. So of course, the biggest upgrades for the team was McCarthy, Milner. We did get a duplicate Evans, which is why he's ranked up. We of course got Hardy, was able to rank up Bellingham as well, but not only that, we have tons of players that we have claimed here from the different events. So the main one I've been going through is of course Pitch Beats. As you can see, I've gone through the board quite a few times. I was able to exchange in some universal tokens. I've been able to collect quite a few of the promo players, and maybe in the future I'll exchange some in and try to get a bigger player. Who knows? But aside from that, I've made progress with the road to the final. Also La Liga, I will likely get Carlos Puyol later today after I play a couple more matches. And finally, I completed a lot of quests. We completed the advanced FC lesson quest, which unlocked all of the gems that we could get here in the achievement quest. And so with that, combined with getting players from the different events, I've been able to get tons of coins and tons of gems, which will allow me to upgrade the team even further today. So to start things off, we're going to open up some packs with all the gems we currently have. I could go for all the untradeable packs, but I think it's smart to go for at least some tradable so that we have coins that we could spend on new players. So first pack, we do get a walkout, which is good. We get, I don't even know what country that is, to be honest. It is from Union Berlin Trimmel. 100 rated. How much does he go for? 40 million coins. Nothing crazy, but we will be able to buy some big players with that. So let's now get into another one. Another 7,500 gem pack. We are guaranteed Okay, 99 to 107. This time we get a 99 rated goalkeeper. But once again, that's another 40 million coins. Not bad. We're now going to get into some untradeable packs. 3,000 gems for a guaranteed 102 to 107 player. Can we get a 105 to 107? That would be insane, EA. We get Spain. Center attacking mid. Okay, this is going to be so maybe we could put them into the exchange. 102 rated Juan Mata. Not a horrible card, but he definitely won't be my starting center attacking mid. Next up, we have the guaranteed 101 to 107 pack from the UCL event. If we could get someone like Rodrigo, would be like ideal for a right striker. No, we get England. Center mid though. Atleti, that's going to be Conor Gallagher. I don't know what rating, 103 rated, so we do have an upgrade for the team. Overall, his stats look really good. He does have a 3-star weak foot, but we will manage. So let's put Gallagher into the team, and I'm also going to put in Juan Mata just for a second. And when I switch to the 4-3-3 formation, we finally reached a 100 overall. And the reason why that matters is we now get another 2,000 gems here for reaching 100 overall, so we could open up one more pack today. And the pack I'm going to go for is a guaranteed 101 to 107 rated player from the La Liga event. Crossing our fingers here, hoping that we could get someone good for the team. We get Spain, okay. Left mid. Okay, for a second I thought it was going to be Nico Williams, but instead it's going to be Gil. So unfortunately, out of 25,000 gems worth of packs, we didn't get anybody crazy, but we were able to get quite a few players that we could sell. So in total, we now have 93 million coins that we could spend on upgrades, and I'm going to buy a few players right away. The first player I'm going to go for is red ranked Team of the Year Mbappe from last year. I know it's a meme at this point that I buy him in every single challenge, but for the price, he's just too good to pass up. And then I would love to buy R9, but we can't. So instead, I'm going to go for Pele for 43.5 million. These two guys are going to be huge game changers for the team early on because their pace, shooting, and dribbling are just on another level. But with those two purchases, this is what the team is looking like now. Looks very good. With training and maybe a couple rank ups, this team should easily be able to take me into World Class 3, World Class 2, maybe even World Class 1. So today I'm going to grind out head to head and hopefully be in Pro 1 or World Class 3 by tomorrow. And then I'm also going to make sure to keep grinding out the live events. I want to get as many coins, gems, and players out of these events as possible. So with that being said, I'm going to get back into the grind, and hopefully when I see you tomorrow, I will have made a ton of progress. Alright, I am back, and it is now 5:35 p.m. on Wednesday, and yesterday I made some decent progress in head-to-head and in my team upgrades. So I'm currently at 15 wins and I believe 2 draws. I wanted to be in World Class 3 by now, but I will have a lot of time to play tonight, so I should make tons of progress and be able to get up to maybe World Class 1 by tomorrow. This has been the team that I've been using for head-to-head matches. So far, it's worked out pretty well. We have a handful of new players in here. We have the Carlos Puyol from the La Liga event. He's been very good. I'm glad I got him. I also got the Bobby Charlton from the challenge mode. Very easy to get. Plus, we got a tradable version that I was able to sell for some coins. And finally, with some of the coins that I was able to get from completing different quests and completing things in the live events, I was then able to get Eusebio. I wouldn't say this card is one of the best strikers in the game, but he is good enough for where we're at currently in division rivals. And with Roy Keane coming in there at CDM, this has been the current team. Like I said, it's performed relatively well, but as we move up in the tiers, I'm going to have to make different upgrades to the team. So for example, when we get into World Class 3, 2, and 1, I will likely have to start training up players and ranking up players a lot more to allow them to be more competitive. And then once we get into the legendaries, that's when I'm going to have to get to really meta players in the game. So to help with that, I have been trying to buy a handful of bronze players to help train up my team. And I've of course been grinding out the live events as well to try to get as many players and rewards as possible. So luckily today is going to be a new weekly reset. We should get some new players and a handful of new rewards here in the pitch beat section. So that will be good to look forward to. But aside from that, I'm just going to keep doing the basics of completing challenge mode, completing Icons Chronicles, and all that kind of stuff. Trying to get as many coins and the best players as possible. So we do have 5,000 gems that we could spend today. And although I do want to go for a tradable pack, I'm instead going to go for an untradable pack because we don't necessarily need tons of coins just yet. We will need them later on. So let's get into a guaranteed 102 to 107. Can we get someone good? We get England. Center mid, is it going to be Milner? No, it's going to be Ward Prowse, I believe, right? 103? Yeah, 103 rated. He's not the best, but he might be a replacement for Conor Gallagher. We will just have to see. So unfortunately, that wasn't a good pack, but I will open one other thing to see if we could get anybody crazy for today. And I'm going to go for the guaranteed 94 to 107 tradable, 2250 gems. Nothing crazy. I have gotten insane players out of here. We do get a walkout this time, which is pretty good. We get Germany. It's going to be an icon. Right back. It's going to be Lom, I believe, right? Whoa, 98 rated Lom out of a guaranteed 94 plus pack. It isn't anything insane, but it is 20 million coins that I could now use to upgrade the team, which is amazing. So I just listed him up for 18.8 million. Hopefully he will sell, but I'm glad that we were able to get some coins at least to help us build a better team. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to make any upgrades today, but as I said, I'm going to keep grinding the live events as well as head-to-head. But hopefully with the weekly reset, there will be things that will allow us to help upgrade the team tomorrow and further on in this challenge. So with that being said, I'm going to see you tomorrow for another update. Alright, I'm back and it is now 11:37 a.m. on Thursday, and yesterday I made some great progress, mainly with the team, but also in head-to-head. I wasn't able to play as much before recording today as I wanted, as I ended up recording a different video for this weekend, but I will definitely be in World Class 1 by this afternoon, and hopefully Legendary 3 by tomorrow when I see you next. So, we've made some great progress in head-to-head. I do think I picked up one loss, but where I made a lot of progress yesterday is in my team. Now overall it hasn't changed much, but we did get some new players from different events. So we did get Company as our login reward. We got a new goalkeeper from the new Pitch Beats event. We also got the new Bellingham that is completely free from the new Pitch Beats chapter in the event, which is amazing. And most importantly, we got Player of the Month Salah. Now it did take a little bit to get him. I had to play through all of the Team of the Week events of last week. I got a total of 1200 of the Team of the Week points. I was then able to go and get 199 rated Team of the Week and 297s, and then putting in a couple 101 pluses that I had already, plus putting in the 103 Gallagher that we got, as well as buying another 102 off the market. I was then able to complete Mo Salah, and I gotta say that was the best decision I've made of this challenge so far. Currently he's only purple rank and he only has level 13 training, but already his stats are insane. I mean, alone his acceleration is almost 150, which is crazy. He's been scoring tons of goals for me recently. He's become essentially my best and main striker, but unfortunately this formation can be a little too tight at times, so I am going to try to move to the 4-1-2-1-2, but I of course need a new striker, and I do have someone in mind. Now I have 60 million coins because I was able to sell off the Pele that I had, as well as the Eusebio, so I'm moving closer to being able to get to the striker that I want. But in the new Pitch Beats section, we will get a striker at some point, which will likely fit perfectly into the team, and that is a guaranteed 105 Drogba. If you just play through the skill games and skill matches, it's actually really straightforward. We will have to wait another 3 days for him to unlock, but that will be a great addition to the team when he is ready. As for the rest of the events, not much is going on. We do have the new Songkran Splash, which I likely will be able to get a couple decent players out of here just for getting shards, and of course that means there are new packs in store as well. So for today, I'm going to open up 2 store packs, and then I also have some extra time picks to do because I did get 3 David Beckhams from the Icons Chronicle event that I was able to put in and get those extra time tokens from. So as you can see, I did do a lot of things yesterday. We did make great progress, but let's now get into the guaranteed 102 to 107. Hopefully we could get someone like Best out of here. That would be insane. No, wait, Icon. Okay, Newcastle. Rio Ferdinand's in the other event. I'm getting the events mixed up, but 104 rated burn, we will take that. Next, I'm going to go for the guaranteed 102 to 107 from the new Songkran event. Hopefully we could get someone good out of here, crossing our fingers. A 105 plus would really help out the team. We get Ireland, I believe. Center attacking mid. Ipswich is not going to be anybody crazy. 102 rated Smodix. I guess that's how you pronounce it. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to get anybody out of there, but as I said, we do have market picks to do, or extra time picks. I have 13,000 of the extra time tokens. We're going to do 3 of these. If we could get someone we could sell for coins or someone to add to the team, that would be amazing. And although I really want to go for the shards, I'm instead going to go for the 95 because I do need coins. Let's get into the next market pick. Can we get a big player out of here? We get a 96. I will take that. That guarantees us 15 million coins. And for the final pick here, EA, come on. somebody good. We get a 96 once again. Not too bad. That'll be another 15 million coins here in the guaranteed coins exchange. So in total, we're going to get 30 million from these two 96 rated players. And I'm also going to get 10 million coins from the 95 that we got. So we should be well past the amount of coins I need to get the next player. And that player, of course, is going to be R9. I'm going to go for his red ranked version, 87.9 million. He's going to be an insane addition to the team, and I'm of course going to use him alongside Mohamed Salah. Despite Mbappe being an absolute demon at striker, I think he might actually play better as a wide player. So having R9 up top with Mo Salah will be game changing, and then of course we could put Burn there at center back. And with that, this is now going to be our new team. I'm hopefully going to be able to reach Legendary 3, maybe even Legendary 2 with this one, and then we're going to have to make some big changes to get us further. But with that, unfortunately, it's a short update once again today, but I'll see you tomorrow for another update when I'm hopefully in Legendary 3. Alright, I'm back, and it's actually been a couple days since my last recording. It's now 3:01 p.m. on Monday. I wasn't able to record Friday, and I try not to work much on the weekends, but in the past couple days, I have made some decent progress. So first off, I'm currently in Legendary 3 in head-to-head. I was trying to get to maybe Legendary 2 by today, but it's okay. So far, the games haven't felt too difficult, and that's because the team that I've built and the formation I've been using has been really good. So I've actually gone back to the 4-1-2-1-2 formation, because I feel like it's actually the most meta formation that's in the game right now. The tiki-taka, quick passing, and movement in behind is just absolutely broken. The amount of over-the-top through balls I've been able to play with this team is insane, especially when you have a good center attacking mid and two good strikers. So the team has felt good. Mbappe is scoring tons of goals. Even Charlton is scoring tons of goals. But most importantly, Salah has been game breaking. His player of the month card is broken. It honestly feels like one of the best attackers I've used in the entire game. I spent a bunch of Mascherano's to get him up to red rank, and I've trained him up. When he's level 25 training, I can't even imagine how good he'll be. So I'm going to keep training him up because he's broken. The dribbling is insane. But of course, the thing that's made the team feel complete are the three players that I've added, and that is of course Rodri, Milinkovic-Savic, and Zambrotta, and I sold off my R9, Eusebio, and all those guys to get these guys. Now the reason why I went for those three is because a good CDM in this formation is really important so that they help the midfield as well as the defense. I needed a better center mid, so I went for Milinkovic-Savic, and finally I went for Zambrotta because oftentimes he actually gets forward quite a bit, and because of that he becomes an outlet when there's a lot of pressure in the midfield, which is really important. And even though Carlos Puyol is a high defensive right back, he oftentimes will get forward as well, and they both have the pace to get back. So overall, the team is really balanced, it plays really well, and I honestly think I could get up to Legendary 1 with just this team alone, just as long as I make sure to keep training them up. So that's probably going to be what I'm going to do going forward, unless we get anybody crazy in packs or exchanges. But to get to FC Champion, I will likely need better players. So because of that, let's do some extra time picks today as well as packs. Hopefully we could get someone worth a lot of coins. Do we? No, we get a 97 rated, so I believe that's going to be a guaranteed 15 million coins, which is good. But if we could get a 100 plus rated card tradable, that would be insane. Who do we get? We get a 90, okay, 99. That is not bad. He's from the new event as well, so he might go for a decent amount of coins. I'm going to make sure to do these extra time picks as much as I can. And for the third one, we get a 97 rated. And of course, the players that I'm putting in to get the extra time pick tokens are all of the untradeable players that I'm getting from the events. So that was pretty decent. We made some good coins there. As for the live events, I've continued to play through them. I'm very close to getting 200 shards in the Pitch Beats event, as well as the Songkran Splash. So we're making good progress here, but we do have some gems to open up some packs today. The only two events that are in the store right now is Pitch Beats and Songkran. So we're going to go for the two guaranteed 102 to 107 packs, 3,000 gems each. Hopefully we could get someone good out of here. I would love to get someone like Rio, a great defender, or even Wayne Rooney. He would be a great striker. We get Netherlands this time, center back, Brighton. Okay, I was thinking Stom, but he's actually a pitch beat. So we get 102 rated Van Hecke. I'm not sure if he'd be an upgrade to the team. He might be, but that's a decent player in packs. Next, let's open up the guaranteed 102 to 107 Pitch Beats player pack. Hopefully we could get Stom out of this one. That would be crazy. We get England. This time we get striker. Okay. Al Hilal, it's going to be Ivan Toney, 104 rated, pretty good player. I don't know if he's going to be an upgrade as well. His stats are decent, but he has a 3-star weak foot, so I'm going to have to leave him for now. But those 2 packs weren't for nothing because we could always exchange them and get shards in the events and then get better players from there. So I probably don't have enough coins right now to make a meaningful upgrade to the team today, so I'm going to leave the team the way it is, grind it out, and hopefully tomorrow or Wednesday I will be at Legendary 2. So with that being said, I'm going to see you then for another update. Alright, I'm back, and it's been a couple days since I last recorded. It's currently 2:58 p.m. on Thursday, and in the past couple days, I unfortunately have not made much progress. I'm currently in Legendary 3. I have 776,000 cups, so I am 3 wins away from Legendary 2, but I've been 1 or 2 wins away from Legendary 2 4 or 5 times at this point. It's been an absolute grind, and at the end of the day, it all really comes down to the fact that everybody has way better teams than I currently do. They're just a little bit faster, a little bit stronger, and have better shooting. So this is a current team that I've been using. To be fair, I've been switching through 3 or 4 different formations. For a while, I was using this team. Of course, we do have new additions to the team of Teo Hernandez and João Neves. I did also at one point tried 4-1-2-1-2 wide, had Spinazzola on the left and Bakayoko on the right, but that didn't work either. And recently, I've been using the 4-2-3-1. This one has felt a lot better, to be completely honest. Having the 2 CDMs does provide a little bit more balance in defense, and having 2 pacey wingers in the wide center attacking positions offer great outlets to the midfield, as well as having a good striker up top, making it very lethal on the counterattack. Not much in build-up, but on the counterattack, it works really well. And the reason why that's important is because oftentimes I have to score goals on the counter since everybody's team is so much better. So as expected, it's been quite the grind trying to get just to Legendary 2 so far, but after going back and forth between these 2 formations the past couple days, I think I'm going to stick with this formation and sell off João Neves so that we get about 100 million coins back. And this is crucial because I desperately need coins to then go and make upgrades. So the past couple days, the main ways I've been getting coins is from playing through the different live events, but the majority of my coins have actually come from this extra time pick, where every single day we get 3 of them. It only costs 4,000 extra time pick tokens, and we do have a chance at getting tradable players, which I've gotten pretty much every single time. So who do we get here? We get a 96, that's perfect, another 15 million coins. The past 2 days, I think I've gotten 3 or 4 96 rated players, so we're getting 60 million coins just like that. And then if we get better, we're getting even more. We get a 97 this time, that's perfect. That's a guaranteed 30 million coins in the exchanges. Let's do the third one here, and I'm gonna have to keep doing these every single day because I think the only way that I'm actually gonna be able to upgrade the team reliably is going to be opening these exchanges, getting these players, and selling them for coins. Banking on the fact that I'm gonna get someone good from packs right now I think is too risky, and in saying that, we might as well open up some tradable packs today. I could go for the 98 to 107 for 4,000 gems, but I'm instead going to go for the more expensive 99 plus guarantee. Crossing our fingers we get a walkout. We do. Can it be a big player worth something? EA, please. That does not look promising. Atlanta. I have no clue who this is. 100 rated Almiron, and then we also get De Gea. So unfortunately we got to one of the worst outcomes there, which is we only get about 30 to 40 million coins. So after selling them and exchanging the other players we got from the extra time picks, we now have a total of 196 million coins. I'm also going to sell off the Milinkovic Savic that we no longer need, and with that we should have about 200 million coins. And now that he's sold, we have 215 million coins, which is enough to go out and maybe invest a little bit. I can do the rank up trick with a couple players to make even more coins, but then with those coins go out and buy a much better striker than the current R9 that we have. And the strikers I'm going to look at buying are people like Gyökeres, Son, Marmoush, maybe Jimenez. I know Dalglish and Butragueno are insane. I will need more coins for that though. And then of course there's always Eto'o, but I think for now I might go with someone like a Heung-min Son or a Marmoush, and then if we get the chance we go for Butragueno. So that's going to be what I work towards for the next couple days. I'm also going to be buying a lot more bronze players to then train up more of my team. I've been doing a lot of that. I just need to take take the time to rank up all the bronze players to get more XP out of them and then put them into training. As for the live events, I'm going to keep playing through them as I have the past couple days. We do have a couple things I really want to do. The first of which is completing the Beckenbauer challenge mode. He should be a pretty good center back, and maybe I transition him to a CDM if I want. But I'm also going to get gems out of here and a tradable card, which is very good, so I will do that today for sure. And in the Pitch Beats event, I was able to complete the 16 rounds, which gave me 200 shards. I then put some more players into the exchanges as well to get more shards, so we're now at 300. And once I complete the Didier Drogba, I could also put him into the exchange and then work towards getting a really crazy player out of here. We should be able to get a very good player in about a week or so. Maybe I'll go for someone like Del Piero. But in the meantime, I might even try a Drogba at striker, we will see, but that's essentially what I'm going to be grinding and working towards over the next couple days because I really need to upgrade this team. Anyways, with that said, I'm going to get back into the grind, and hopefully when I see you tomorrow or maybe even next week, I'm in Legendary 2 and maybe closer to Legendary 1. Alright, I'm back and it's now the next week. It's currently 1:56 p.m. on Monday, April 21st, and in the past couple days, I've made some decent progress in head-to-head and with the team. So I'm currently in Legendary 2. As you can see, the most cups I got to was 837,000. I did lose my last game because of a power shot spammer. I'm getting sick and tired of these guys. I have no respect for it, but it is what it is. I'm at 830,000 cups. It's taken me a lot of games to get here. It's been quite a rocky ride. I think there was a 10 or 15 game stretch where I would win a game, lose a game, win a game, lose a game. That's all I did. So it's been tough, but as you can see, this is the new team. We have a handful of new players, the main ones being the new Beckenbauer. We completed the challenge mode. I also added in the Bellingham from the current event, and I got Gattuso. The most impactful player out of the three has been the Bellingham. He's actually insane. I'll likely rank him up to purple, maybe even red rank, and train him up because he's that good. Gattuso's decent, but 3-star weak foot is really killing me. He can barely take shots outside the box, and then Beckenbauer is okay, but he's not the tallest, so he's not great at defending crosses, which seems to be a big thing here in the higher division. So I might have to rearrange the team, maybe go for a better or a new center back at some point, but so far the team has been pretty good. Now, something else you might realize is the fact that everybody has been trained up a lot more. And that's because I spent hours, I'm talking like 5, 6, maybe even 7 hours on the weekend buying 83 overall players for about 200k, ranking them up to blue rank, and then training with those. That's been the easiest way for me. I usually do the bronze players because it is a lot cheaper, but it takes way longer. So I've started using gold players and training up players like Mbappe to level 25, Salah to 24, Bellingham to 15, even the defense, everybody's at least level 10. That has probably made the biggest difference out of anything that I've done so far in the late stage of this challenge. And that's because getting those high trainings, like look at this, Salah has 155 pace at base and 148 dribbling. With the skill point boost, it's a lot more. Same thing here with Mbappe, 148 pace, 139 dribbling. So I'm going to keep on focusing on training players up. I'm going to try to get everybody max trained here in the next day or so. The other thing I'm trying to do is get a new striker, move Salah over to right wing. I'm thinking about going for the Butragueno. I believe his ranked up version is in like the 500 million coin range. I've come up against quite a few people using him and he's been just a demon, like giving me nightmares. So if I could get 500 million coins, I will likely go for his version and try him out. But until then, I'm just going to keep training the players that I already have. Now, the way I've been able to buy all the players that I have is by completing the extra time picks. I already did them for today, I believe, but I've kept on doing these every single day and putting in any 99 plus rated player that we don't need into the exchange to get more tokens. So that has been paying out really well. But now we also have some packs that we could open with the 9,000 gems that we have. And I've come to the conclusion that even though I would love to get some untradeable players, I really need tradable players. So we will see this. If this pack is a 100 overall or higher, then I'll go for another tradable pack. If not, I will go for an untradable. So let's see. Guaranteed 98 plus. It is a 100 plus. Who do we get out of here? Hold on. Right mid. Okay, never mind. I was thinking someone else. I believe it's 100. 100 rated Pepe, nothing crazy. 36 million coins. We will take it though, because it does take us one step closer to getting Butragueno if we want. If not, we could go and buy more players to train up. So, decent pack. Let's now get into this 4,000 tradable. Once again, 98 to 107. Can we get a walkout again? Yes, we can. Very lucky. We get a Ballon d'Or player. Imagine we get R9. No, okay. England, left mid. It's going to be Sterling. I can't imagine him being more than 20 million. Let's see. he is 15. So unfortunately, we did not get a big player out of there, but we did make about 50 million coins, which I am not complaining with. But now that I have 350 million, I might consider going out and buying new center backs, but my main focus for now is to train players up because I do think that's going to have the biggest impact. Before I end off today's update though, I do have one other thing I want to show you, and that is that I've completed the 105 rated Drogba. Now you might be wondering, why haven't I used him in game? It's mainly because even though he's strong, even though he has great shooting, his pace is just not quite there. So I could be wrong. I might try him out for a couple games, but without using Mascherano's on him and ranking him up a ton, I doubt he will be very effective in game. Although you know what? He does have 4-star skill moves. Maybe I should try him out in game. We will see. 109 physical. Yeah, maybe I have to try out Drogba. I might have to waste a couple Mascheranos on him just to see if he's good enough. But of course, if he doesn't stay in the team, I'm going to use him on the exchange, because then I'll have 420 shards to spend on a player here. And with a couple more exchanges, I could then go for someone like De Gea. We could go for Madison, Pedro, Rashford, Suarez, Onana. I mean, we could even go for Del Piero if we get a few more. This card actually looks insane. We might have to go for this Del Piero. You know what? I should actually go for it. It might be dumb that I'm going to put in Drogba here because he might be a great striker in the game, but I know my playstyle. I know I'm going to like someone like Del Piero more, so now all we have to do is get another 80 shards. Okay, so like I said, it might be crazy, but I just put in 3 players that I already had for 30 shards. I just bought another 5 for 180 million, so now we're going to have enough shards to get Del Piero. I've used a handful of his cards in game before, and they were very good, so hopefully he could be just as good. And at the end of the day, if he doesn't work out as a striker, he would be a great center attacking mid. I'm sure there was a cheaper way to go about that, but that is fine. We now have 500 shards. And we're going to claim Del Piero here from the new event. He should really help out our team. Pace is so big right now, especially in the formation that I have. You want the 2 wide center attacking mids to be fast, as well as the striker to get runs in behind. So Del Piero will be a massive upgrade. Plus, it's always fun trying out the new players, and I gotta say, I wasn't enjoying Bobby Charlton at all. So with that, I'm going to rank up Del Piero, train him up as well, and then use this team to try to reach Legendary 1 by tomorrow. Anyways, hopefully this goes well, and I'll see you tomorrow for another update. Alright, I'm back, and it's been a couple days since my last recording. It's currently 12:48 p.m. on Thursday, and in the past couple days, I've made some decent progress. I'm currently into Legendary 1. We have 909,000 cups. As you can see by the games played, I've played a lot since my last recording. I don't know how many games. I would bet 50, 60, maybe 70, maybe even more actually. And it only took me maybe 30 or 40 games to get into Legendary 1. But Legendary 1 has been an absolute grind. Yesterday, I started at about this cup amount and played for 5 hours straight and ended with this cup amount. That is how back and forth it has been. I think the most cups I've ever had was 940,000, but the grind has been really hard. It's made me want to quit this challenge many times, but I'm going to power through and make sure I get this done. And hopefully the team that will get it done for me is this current team. Now, we do have a handful of new players in the team, as well as I've ranked up and trained up a lot of people to make this team way more competitive. But to start, the new players we have in the team is Leno. I got him from the Songkran event. I went for the 200 shards as a reward and then was able to pick him up for that. He's not much of an upgrade from the keeper we had before, but he is very good. So that's been a great addition to the team. The other player that I bought for the team is this red rank Johan Cruyff, mainly because I saw tons of people saying any Cruyff card in game is very good, and I haven't used him in a while. And in the games that I've used him in, he has been insane. Despite only having 143 pace, which I know is a lot, but isn't a lot compared to my other strikers. He is extremely quick, has great dribbling, of course has the 5-star weak foot, and has the playmaker trait, which of course starts players on runs, which couldn't be more valuable in this game. So he's been amazing. We have him red ranked to level 24 training. I of course maxed out the Mbappe and the Salah we had. And just today, I was able to rank up Del Piero to red rank and train him up all the way, and his card is insane. I've only used him in a couple games, but 157 pace, 153 dribbling with the 5-star weak foot. He of course is also great as a center attacking mid because of all his playmaking traits, but his pace is blistering and his finishing is lethal. In the couple games that I've used him, he has scored some insane goals against 112 rated teams. But with that being said, this is the team that I'm rocking with. I'm definitely going to have to try to rank up probably Carlos Puyol maybe Leno, and maybe even Burn, or find some replacements for them, because I think in this final stretch, they will likely have to be a little bit better than they are right now, and then definitely train up Rodri and Gattuso. So in order to do that, we need coins so that I could buy gold players to use to train up those players. So we currently have almost 12,000 gems. I've gotten these by just completing different quests and playing through the live events. We're going to open up 2 tradable packs today, hoping to get a big player so that we could sell them and move on. Wait, center back Stomp. Okay, that is one of the worst trolls EA. Why? I forgot we're not even on Stomp's week, so it couldn't have been, but 101 rated. I don't even know how to pronounce that. 60 million coins though, that is amazing. Next, we're going to get into the guaranteed 99 to 107 tradable pack here. I have been completing the different extra time pick exchanges, but they have been changed to just 1 a day, so I can't do anything crazy. We have to rely on packs, and this time, I unfortunately got just a 99 rated. So unfortunately, neither of these will be able to be sold today. I will try to sell them at some point. I will likely put the 99 into the coin exchange, take a couple million coin loss, and just guarantee that we get some coins here. There you go, 15 million. But once the center back sells and we maybe have about 50 million coins, I'm then going to go out and buy way more of these 83 rated golds, so that I could use them to rank each other up, which makes training up my players a lot faster and easier. Anyways, aside from that, there's really not much else I could be doing here. The live events are pretty much complete. I could play a little bit more in the football center and try to get a team of the week player or two, but I'm pretty happy with the team we have now. At any point, if I feel like I need a more physical striker, I will go for Gyökeres. He only has 3-star skill moves, but he does have heel to heel flick as a skill move, so this card's actually very good if you guys are watching this and he's still out. But if I don't go for him, maybe Schlotterbeck would be the best option, but I don't really know. Anyways, that's all. I'm going to do what I can in the live events, but my main focus now is to grind out head-to-head. I'm going to get into the head-to-head grind, and I'll see you later when we're hopefully closer to FC Champion 3, whenever that may be. Alright, I'm back, and it is now 12:32 p.m. on Friday, and yesterday I unfortunately did not make much progress. I'm back into Legendary 2. I reached a peak of about 930,000 cups again. My first couple games actually were incredible, but I ended up going on quite a losing streak, and as you can see, it's been pretty rough since then. So my goal is to get back into Legendary 1 today, grind out a little bit more, but because I won't be able to play much this weekend, my only chance is really going to be to grind today and then Monday morning before the end of the challenge. Because as a reminder, the challenge does end this upcoming Monday in the morning. As for the team, I haven't changed much. I did add Mateus into the team instead of Gattuso. Gattuso is better defensively, but I really needed a 4-star weak foot midfielder, so he's been a great addition. I have also been able to train up a couple more players, although I haven't done too much. And then probably the biggest change is putting Del Piero here on the right and having Salah up top. That's just because Salah has better acceleration, so he's able to beat defenders a little bit easier. Either way though, the team has been playing very well. Cruyff is insane, Mbappe is great as always, Salah is quick, and Del Piero has been a standout player so far. I hope today I could get back up into Legendary 1 and make that climb towards FC Champion, but you never know. Things have been very tough because every single team I've been facing has been 112 overall. But whatever happens, happens. So today I'm going to get into the grind and hopefully we can make some progress. So with that being said, I will see you likely on Monday when we're pretty close to the end of the challenge. Alright, I'm back and it is now 9:03 a.m. on Monday, so we have 10 minutes left in the challenge, and unfortunately, I'm currently in Legendary 1, and I'm not even really in Legendary 1, I'm at 885,000 cups. Now, unfortunately, in the past couple days, I was barely able to play head-to-head. I was only able to play for maybe a couple hours since I last recorded. I did spend a couple hours on Friday trying to find the best strategy and formation to take on Legendary 1, and although I thought I had it, I was able to win 4 out of my 6 matches to start. I unfortunately faltered when I tried to play some more this morning. I somehow managed to face 3 people all abusing the kickoff trigger run method, where they start the striker on a run over the top through ball. There's no way to defend it. Just like power shots, people are abusing different tactics in the game. That's not the way I want to play, and unfortunately I wasn't able to reach FC Champion 3 in this challenge. But once again, we got pretty close. I'm very proud of the team that we built and how far we made it. By far the standout players were Salah, Del Piero, Cruyff as well. Burn was amazing when I ranked him up and trained him up, but unfortunately, once again, this just wasn't enough to get us to FC Champion 3. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video and enjoyed the journey. I certainly did, but with that being said, we're going to leave it at that for today. This will not be the last time I try to reach FC Champion 3. One day we will will reach it. I promise you guys that. But with that being said, if you enjoyed the video, please drop a like. If you're new, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.